I'm Dan.
I'm Ryan.
And this is Bourbon Sauce. We've got a Wet Your Whistle Wednesday for you guys. This is the last in the series of the Westerns. And we are going to do this Deringer. Which doesn't stand for Harry, Howard.
It's something Deringer. I can't remember his first name now.
I know that this is an MGP product, which is kind of shocking. Because if you look at it, it says it's bottled in Indiana.
Yeah.
And then from what I was able to find, it is a small batch, sitting at 46%. And it's number 88 on the Whiskey Bible from 2022.
Okay. All right.
So they rated it decently high out of a shit ton of different bourbons out there.
It definitely has a really cool bottle.
It does have a cool bottle, and I like the cool case it comes in. And it comes with that alternate.
Is that in there?
Yeah, the thing. The alternate cork. The Deringer cork.
I can't get it.
And take the box and get it. But this one comes in with a mash bill of 75% corn, 21% rye, and 4% malt barley. Or barley malt, if you want to call it.
Henry Deringer.
Henry Deringer.
It's in the box.
There we go. Henry Deringer.
Our exclusive bourbon, HD Deringer, is a tribute to one of an American. Wow, that reads so bad.
It does.
Is a tribute to one of an American famous gunsmith, Henry Deringer.
Yep.
He designed the Philadelphia Deringer, a popular concealed carry percussion handgun of the era.
But it would be cool if that actually moved.
That's
hammer.
Exactly what I was thinking too.
But
that's heavy too, man.
I think it's pewter.
That's heavy.
I think it's just solid pewter. It might be, but it feels like it's solid. Like you could club somebody with this thing.
That's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, it's got a cool story. I think, and MGP's been providing people with a lot of juice, as we've been finding out during a lot of these reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's got a high rye, so I'm a little scared how it's going to taste.
Well, the Whiskey Bible says you should like it.
Yeah. Well, the Whiskey Bible says I should like a lot of bourbons that I don't, but
this is fair.
I mean, a lot of people they like the Garrison. We didn't really like that. A lot of people like some of those. I don't know. Like, there's been a lot.
Yeah, there has.
There's been a lot. You want to do the honors and uncork this one? Let's see if you can get a good. Oh, it was pretty good. I don't know if it got caught on the microphone or not, but that was solid.
I heard it through the ears, though.
You heard it through the ears?
Yeah.
I think that's where you're supposed to hear it. If you hear it through your nose, that'd be weird.
Oh, wow. It's going to be interesting.
All right. Well, let's see what happens here. We got to jump back to our classic rocks glass for these. Figured being it. Wow, that's really light.
Yeah, it's a cool bottle. It is not
not easy for pouring.
It's not a good grip.
Yeah, it's quite. Yeah,
it's slipping out of my hands.
What you're saying is you got to have giant hands to pour it.
Yes.
Well, it's very light in color. I thought it was gonna be a little darker, but I guess maybe it's just the packaging it comes in makes it.
Did it say how many years?
I forgot to look at that.
Yeah,
I think it's 5 year, maybe.
I do like the fact that they actually have the mash bill on the bottle.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
But it doesn't have a year statement.
Wow, that's interesting on the nose.
Yes, it was. Like that's why I said when I opened the bottle, I'm like, that's going to be interesting.
A cedar wine, something going on. like a citrus, like a citrus cleaner, like a, you know what I mean? Like not simple green, because that doesn't smell like citrus, but they have that spray that you can clean the kitchen with, and it smells
Pledge.
Like a little pledgy, maybe. But it's like a sharp, like a real sharp citrus. Like a grapefruit, maybe.
It's almost like a dried grapefruit, maybe. Because a dried grapefruit doesn't smell as potent as a regular. But I get some spice, maybe a little bit of cinnamon, nothing crazy. I get the fruit.
Cloves. That's what it smells like.
I would say it's definitely different on the nose than anything else I've tried so far.
Yeah, for sure. This one's got a very distinct smell to it that's not anything else that we've had, for sure. Well, let's get into cheers.
It's got decent legs. I mean, they run down kind of quickly, but it hangs.
It's not too viscous.
No. All right, here we go.
Definitely florally citrus.
Yeah.
Right up front. It's got like a oaky finish with a bit of a maple. I don't get that clovey taste, though. I can still smell it when it's in my mouth, which is funny because it's very strong.
I get very faint fruit, and I mean very faint.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little bit of the spice on the back end. It's a light, and I mean light hug, but there's still a little bit of a hug.
Yeah, it's a quick finish for me. Doesn't last very long. You know what it reminds me of? Have you ever had Absolute Citron?
No.
So that vodka, it's citrus flavored.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this kind of reminds me of when you smell it. That's the only thing I could think of as a vodka that has that citrus flavor to it. Is what I get out of the nose.
Definitely interesting.
If any of you else have had this, you should let us know in the comment section below. And while you're here, why don't you smash the like button, the subscribe button, share it with your friends. Helps us out. Helps the algorithm so people can watch our show and reach more of your friends that might not know. It's not awful though.
No.
So I mean, I guess they're kind of right on where it should finish, somewhere in top 100, maybe. But with that being a higher rye, I'm surprised that it's not super spicy.
So for me, the rye kind of overshadows most of the other stuff, but it's still not like, oh, this burns.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I can taste the spice more than anything else.
It has like a Scotch taste to it. The more I sip on it, the more I experience different spirits, if you will.
I'm definitely getting a little more sweetness the more I sip on it.
Yeah.
There's almost like a cream.
Oh.
Almost like a cream of some kind.
Some crap in my cup. Soap.
I was going to say, you shouldn't be crapping in your own cup.
2 dudes, 1 cup.
Oh, God. I'm done. I'm done
for you guys. Hey, by the way, nice shirt.
Thank you. Thank you. You got it for me.
We like to promote the local businesses, and Nashville Sounds is one of them that we tend to like to go to. It's a good time.
Dolly and Reba.
Dolly's
24.
won the race. The last 2 games that Zach and I have been to, Dolly's won it, which is kind of funny.
All right.
And George Jones has been at at them each time too.
Oh, No Show Jones has been showing up. All right.
So I don't know what that's all about.
They must be getting on to him on his contract. Well, you know Dolly's winning because she's got that forward momentum once she gets going.
Yeah. She's a little top heavy, if you know what I'm saying.
Well,
they didn't really embellish too much on that costume. They did with their hair, though. Which is funny because like her and Reba have the hair going on.
Oh, they have the hair, that's for sure.
And then
you would have thought that they would have gone the extra step.
Maybe because it's a family-friendly environment, they didn't want to be too obtrusive with it, but I don't know. It's still fun to watch. I'm always waiting for one of them to trip the other inadvertently, like the Man in Black. Maybe would do something dirty.
I've been waiting to see it. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I forgot to grab our boards. Yeah, we got to go to the boards.
A few moments later.
So we had some time to sit with this. We're not going to put a cube in it because history has shown us that ones that are a little weaker on the nose just kind of die off when we put a cube in it. We don't want to do a disservice to these guys. You know what I do like about this Deringer? It reminds me of like, I feel like I should be in a movie theater going after somebody.
So you want my fun fact?
Yeah, what's
my
your
fun fact? Is the gun that killed Lincoln wasn't in fact a Deringer. And then to add to that fact, when the first newspaper article came out about it, they misspelled Deringer in the article and added a second R. So Deringer became widespread misspelled with a second R. But this is the correct spelling. One R.
Really?
Yes.
I always thought it was with two R's. It sounds phonetically better. Deringer.
Oh, one R.
Deringer.
Yep. But you can thank a newspaper reporter for that misspelling.
You know, that's one of those guns I don't have in my arsenal. Is a Deringer. There's no real purpose for it.
No,
it'd just be one of those like
it's literally a
little things, but
pocket gun.
Yeah, but I mean, there's plenty of other things. I wouldn't want to carry one of these on the regular. Anyway, but I don't know how. I guess thinking back to like the Wild West days, stagecoach people or whatever, maybe carrying one in their little vest.
Well, yeah, you had a lot of women back in the Old West that would carry them.
Yeah, like in their
easy to conceal.
Yeah, and their little corset or horse, whatever that thing is called. It goes on their leg band or whatever.
The
corsage? No, that's something else you put on people's arms.
Corsage goes on the wrist. It's the oh my goodness. It's because at the wedding they lift up this dress and they pull it off and flick it across the room.
Yep.
The dang
garter.
Nope,
it's a garter belt.
Nope.
I thought that's what it's called.
Nope. If y'all know what it is, tell us in the comments because at this point we don't know. We don't know. I know exactly what it is, but I can even see the word in my head, but I can't say it.
I can't get the words out of my mouth. So on smell,
I gave it a 4.
I did a 4.5. It just, it's a little pungent. Is I guess the word I want to use. It's sharp.
So for me, it's just not appealing. It's not necessarily a bad nose, but it doesn't appeal to me. Like I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I think that clovey, citrusy, whatever that initial scent is that I get is just off-putting. So
yeah.
I just, whatever.
What you got on taste?
I gave it a 5.
I gave it a 5.
Yeah, it's middle of the road. It's not awful. It's not great. It's just kind of there. There's nothing, doesn't last. It doesn't really entice you to want to go back in for more. So it's just kind of,
right.
It's whatever. Drinkability?
5.
Yeah, I did 6 on that actually.
Yeah.
I thought it's easy to drink.
So I keep getting there's just something in it that is just off-putting to me. Like it's easy to drink, but there's just a taste in it, and I keep wanting to compare it to like a cream. And it's just it puts it off just enough where I'm just like, I
like a hollandaise cream sauce or like a whipped cream,
like a almost like a milk cream. Like I actually get a little bit of like milk creaminess with it. It's weird.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't get that. That's unique that you picked that up though.
Yeah, and it kind of almost on the back end with a little bit of sweetness. It's almost like a soured, like a soft soured. So it's just it's I can drink it, but it's just not my go-to. What'd you do for price point?
I'd give it a 3.
I gave it a 2
because it's obnoxiously priced for a novelty. You know, I mean, I get they went to great lengths to come up with this unique vessel that it's in, and then make this unique cork stopper that, you know, for display purposes, it's unique, right? And it comes with this cool box, and you know, just
it's definitely a eye catcher and appealing. The bottle itself is not user friendly.
Not poor.
I mean, if you look back at the beginning, like just trying to pick it up now, I can feel my fingers starting to slip.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of weight to it.
It is hefty.
And then trying like pick it up and turn it like you're gonna pour. You'll kind of see what
it's bottom heavy.
Yeah, and it
like look how thick that bottom is.
You're fighting.
I mean, it's hefty. This would be like the game Clue, and somebody was murdered
in the study with the bottle of Deringer.
Yeah, Deringer decanter. I mean, it would be cool to reuse after it's gone, I guess.
I feel like to pour it, you just have to hold up here.
It's still just really obnoxious. I think,
and it's very heavy.
I think it would do well if you got rid of that and put in one of those pour stoppers to help you with pouring it. But who's going to do that for frequency? You know what I mean?
True.
So,
what'd you do for share?
I said yep.
I said I'd share it.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those where someone's going to come over, they're going to see it as a novelty, and they're going to ask, "Well, what's that one taste like?" I'm like, well, "Let's try it. You know, give it a shot." It's going to shock you because it doesn't taste the way I would imagine it would have with the mash bill in it.
Right.
With it being super high corn and super high rye, with that barley malt, it's an interesting flavor smell all around. So I think it'd be a good one to share with people.
Yeah, there was definitely no like some bourbons you can look at the mash bill and kind of have an idea of what you're going into. This was not one of those. This was one of those that what you saw on the mash bill is not what it correlated to in the glass.
Yeah, it's very deceptive. Overall, what'd you
just
do?
like a Deringer, because assassins used them, so very deceptive. Overall was a 4.
It's deceptively lethal,
right?
You know,
just
mine's basically a 4. Yeah, he'll give you his thoughts, but they're splattered on the wall somewhere. Overall, mine's a 4.6. So we're about the same, you know?
Yeah.
Or we're roughly the same. I don't know. I wouldn't rate it top 100. But
no, like this doesn't even. There's
plenty of
so many more I would pick before I would ever pick this up again.
Yeah. But it, you know, we had to try it for you guys out there. So, you can either get it and just leave it uncorked and let it collect dust in your study or wherever your collection is. Or if you decide to dive into it, maybe your flavoring taste buds are different than ours and maybe you'll like it better than we do. But for us, this is what we've rated it. And that's kind of what we're sticking with. So,
yeah, give us your thoughts if you've had it, though.
Yeah, put it in the comments.
I kind of wish this right here is one of those things that makes me wish you could order handshakes of the bourbons.
I do wish that was more of a thing where you get samplers of different bourbons out there. That's kind of why it's great with the community where people do share their little handshakes of stuff with people. So then you kind of get an idea. But I think it would be much more beneficial for these companies to sell the minis. And then you can get a taste of it.
Right.
Yeah, I'll buy a full-size 5th or...
Right.
Nah, not for me. I get for them marketability. It makes more sense for them cost-wise because one shot, one kill.
Right.
Yeah, one shot, one kill. Dad jokes are terrible today.
Oh,
Must have had wet ammo. But
I'm done with you. I'm done with you for the day. Oh.
either way, if you guys want some Deringer, let us know in the comments too. We can put together a little handshake to send out to some of our peeps. If you don't, then you don't. But why not? Try it.
Right.
So either way, this was our review. This is our take. Like it or not, we couldn't take a flyer on this,
But as Dan said earlier, like, subscribe, share, check out the Patreon for exclusive content, and go to the website and purchase some merch.
yeah, do that. So until next time, drink your favorite beverage. Hopefully it's bourbon. And cheers.
Cheers.